drinking, I'm mixing everything that I see in front of me. You get me higher, so higher. C'est la vie. I'm lifted, I can't let go of this moment. Always in motion, like the floor of the ocean. Oh, wherever we go, it's up. Wherever the wind blows, it's us. I'm feeling like a million, I can't let you fuck it up. When we step in the building, we ain't with it, so you better check your ego. Just leave it at the door, cause I can see you through the people. I don't need an energy, I'm cool on all these people. It's up wherever we go, it's love wherever we go, and everybody knows it. Better check your ego, just leave it at the door, cause I can see you through the people. I don't need an energy, I'm cool on all these people. It's up wherever we go, it's love wherever we go, and everybody knows it. Let's head back to the Sofitel, views of the ocean with a ship sail. Wave au revoir to your old self, free my mind from the prison.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Congratulations, you made it to the weekend, and you just came to just the right spot to celebrate. Welcome to the All Sauce team right here on the Betting News Network. Excited to have you guys with us to send you off into the weekend. That's Vsauce. That is Just Sook. And we've got NZ in the house today to celebrate because it is the first day of the WNBA season. So we have combo today. We've got an All Sauce team, and we've got the Dove coming at you guys live today. Excited to have you guys here, Chad. Thanks for stopping by right here on the Betting News Network. Oh, he looks so saucy, baby. Chat, boys, how we living? Happy Friday.
Excited.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Big day today. I've got the battle of in New York, Game 6 between the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks, which we're going to talk about in the Garden a little bit later, the end of the show, because we've got 3 WNBA games that we're going to be talking about with you guys as well. NZ is here with us to talk about the Wubba Nubba. What's up, Rusty, in the chat? We're going to talk about the dub getting kicked off here tonight and have some fun with you guys, as always. Shout out to our dog, Owen Rivers. Thanks so much for the intro. We've been playing it a lot on the channel. C'est la vie, baby. Go check him out on Instagram at Owen.River. Our man NZ had never heard this song because you guys know he doesn't watch Sauce Team because he hates V. He asked in the private chat if this was Post Malone. So, Owen, you got a compliment from NZ because he thought this was Post Malone.
He's the artist. It's not a DJ.
No,
Owen is the actual artist.
Yeah, it's our dog Owen who tunes into the show. He sent us his music. Yeah, exactly. He's also sent us some other stuff. I'll have to sift through some of those and pull up one of those bangers as well. But
that was that was a good song.
It's dope, right? It's dope. Yeah. He came in the chat when we started using it, and he was like, "Hope you guys aren't using it just to like make me feel better." And I was like, "Brother, trust me, we've had some people do some music before, and it was not good."
SPJ isn't that nice.
Yeah, for
not that nice.
Still got a product to put out.
Yeah, absolutely. Close it and come back because we don't want to lose you because we got a lot to talk about today. You need to come and kick it with us. So, I know they do, Rusty. Well, maybe be better at music, and we wouldn't even be having this discussion. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Rusty doesn't actually have a song, does he?
I don't think so.
We'll talk about it afterwards. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Excited to have you guys here. Brought to you by our sponsors at BetOnline. Thanks for being here. Allie, thanks for watching us on YouTube, man. Representing the YouTube crowd. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on Twitch, or if you're watching us on X, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Fun day today. Big vibes. WNBA is kicking off. Like I said, NZ has been in Christmas Eve morning last night / Christmas morning today. So excited about the Wubba Nubba being back. It's going to be a great season of the WNBA. So we're going to get into that here. We're going to have some fun stuff for the WNBA this season. Obviously, you guys know from last year, the Dub was one of our best shows. We have a lot of cool shows on the channel, but the Dub was awesome. We're going to be doing probably a combo show this year, but it's still going to be the Dub. So we'll still be talking all about the Dub all summer long. We'll have some fun with you guys. But before we jump into the Dub,
get some hoops in my system, and NZ's kind of like got my toe in the water the last 2 seasons, but this year I'm gonna go full in, start looking at plays, start finding my own lines, and start feeding you guys my cake.
Absolutely. You guys, if you weren't happy enough about fading Vsauce in the NBA, now you can fade him with the Lady Ballers.
Wait till I find the team I'm going to support. Then you guys will hate me.
Just become a Fever fan. I feel like a lot of people are on that bandwagon. You might as well.
Fever? Maybe the Chicago Sky. I don't know, man. Going to be back in Chi-Town soon. Might be a fun team to support. Our girl Angel Reese, right?
Bro,
oh, yeah.
Hey, there's new teams. You could always jump on the Golden State wagon. They need a fan base. Never know. There's more teams coming. There's Toronto coming next year.
Yeah.
If you want to hold out a year for a team.
Maybe. We'll see.
If
somebody catches my attention this year, I'll let you boys know. But I'm excited to get into it with you guys.
V, you don't go off the girls' looks. You go off their stats if you're going to become their fan, okay? So just a little disclaimer as you join the WNBA fandom.
Tell me how to be a fan, okay? The same rules I apply to the NBA will now apply to the WNBA.
Okay. So you only check out their ass 3 times a game.
Mm-hmm. He just told you guys how he feels about Jason Tatum in a couple of words. So yeah. I'm glad to have you back too, man. We missed you on Wednesday. Missed you on Monday. Indeed. Chat, drop a dub if you missed Vsauce. No dubs incoming, unfortunately. I missed you. Chat missed you. We all missed you. Real quick, breaking news before we jump in. We're going to talk about last night, what happened with the Nuggets and the Thunder. Then we're going to jump into the WNBA with you guys, and then we're going to finish off the show by talking about the Knicks taking on the Celtics. We're going to cook a couple parlays, have some fun for the next hour. So stick around. Got some fun for you guys. Before we do that, though, boys, breaking news. Brock Purdy got paid by the San Francisco 49ers. Max, a pretty big contract, $285 million. Got paid like a QB1 as he deserves. Any thoughts?
My question is, how much was he up for? How much did he end up losing with the way the season finished? Would you guys say? What does the max look like?
Oh,
you know?
It's the 7th highest paid contract in the league. I think he's fine. I don't think he. I don't think he took a hit. Yeah, I don't think he took a hit at all.
I think you kind of have to.
He was Mr. Irrelevant. So I saw the comparisons of contract. His rookie contract was 3 years, $4 million or something like that. So I think
the amount he made on a rookie scale deal was insane. I remember somebody put out this tweet of people making more money than Brock Purdy, and it was insane to see.
Yeah, he's still going to probably dress like he rolls out of Kohl's with Kirk Cousins. But hey, man, whatever you do for money's your deal. Hey,
pretty sure he gets his haircut there too.
No, super cuts for sure.
Supercuts inside the Kohl's, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
It was just one last game, and I talked about it. Just one, boys.
You did. We're gonna talk about this and so much more for that game. I got a lot of questions about Mr. Cornette tonight. But also maybe we're gonna talk about Porzingis too. But before we do that, let's talk about yesterday. Game 6 in the Mile High in Denver, and what a game it was. Wrote about this game. We talked about it yesterday on the show. Sook was on a little bit more of the side that the Thunder were going to get the job done. Shaggy and myself. Shaggy also played the money line, smacking bet of the day, smacking. And I liked them. I liked the Nuggets to cover. V also liked it, and even though he didn't say jack shit in our group chat about it.
I did. I said Nuggets money line. I'm shunned from all group chats. Chat. I want you to know my week has been hell. There's 3 group chats I can't even communicate in because my phone hates me, and then now Sook and SPJ apparently ignoring me.
Well, no,
it coincidentally all of a sudden started to happen right after the Celtics lost that game.
Honestly, it's you're down and then you're getting kicked when you're down. That's what's going on here.
I had a feeling because you've liked the Nuggets most games this series. I had a feeling you'd like them plus 4.5 for sure. But I mean, the Nuggets got the job done. They looked like the better team. Jokic was incredible. Jamal Murray was questionable. Apparently, if you guys watched the interview after the game, they asked him, "Hey, were you ever sitting out of this game?" And he was like, "Nah, absolutely not." So the whole questionable game time decision stuff was just a bunch of bullshit. Aaron Gordon kind of was pedestrian, but had 7 rebounds and 7 assists, which was incredible. Christian Brown was amazing. And on the other side for the Thunder, SGA was fine. He did SGA stuff. Jalen Williams was ghost mode though. And we've got a game 7, boys, and everything can happen in game 7. It's kind of your overall takeaway. I had a thought in the shower about this, which I'll save because I don't want to take away what you guys have to say about this. But what do you guys think about this series? Do you guys think that this is going to be a defining moment for either one of these franchises?
Not for the Thunder. I don't think it's too early in their timeline. This is the first big swing they've had where they've been considered a championship contender. So I don't think this affects them at all. Maybe affects Jalen Williams if he puts up another dud at 3 of 16, because you quickly become a guy that's on a rookie scale contract that can be flipped for another superstar. So you start looking like a lucrative chip instead of a player if you put up another dud in the next game. Honestly, I think Jalen Williams' goose egg that he put up, that was the difference maker. If you are considered the second best player on this team, you went 3 of 16, my guy. I know you still put up 10 assists, but some of your threes were wide open and you did not hit one.
Yeah, exactly what Snook said. I don't think it's like a team defining moment or anything. This is a young OKC team really kind of like finding their feet still, especially in the postseason. If you look at their postseason, right, they don't have a lot of games under their belt. Maybe Shea does a little bit, but guys like J-Dub and things like that, they don't have any real playoff experience, especially as a number 2 option with the load that comes with that. And I think now, second round, long series, your legs are kind of going, and this is when you really got to tap into something deeper than what is just like your physical body, and you have to tap into a different level of energy, something we saw Jamal tap into yesterday. And I think it's what the difference was, right? Shea looked kind of lethargic. Jalen Williams missing wide open threes. When does that happen, Sook? When you ain't got no legs in your shot. So they look tired.
Can we just enjoy the beef that is continuing to happen and people are not talking about it enough? Jamal and SGA fucking hate each other, dude.
They hate each other. It's awesome to watch. Well, but to be honest, man, we've talked about this with this Thunder team all season long and going into the playoffs. They just beat the ever-loving shit out of teams that they were supposed to beat the ever-loving shit out of.
Yeah.
But all teams that made the playoffs or teams that were above or well above 500, they were pretty much pedestrian against. They were like 8-8 or 9-9 or something like that. So,
well, do we believe, SPJ, that fucking guy like Julian Strother comes out again and puts up that game again?
Hey, honestly, probably not. But the Nuggets have had somebody do that almost every game that they won in this series. They had Russ do it once. They had MPJ have that crazy 20-point performance that was the reason they ended up winning that game. Strother was the guy last night. Because this is about winning championships. You can't just ride a guy like Jokic to the promised land. This is not LeBron from 2008 or whatever. Like, you got to have whenever he won with the Cavs with Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and shout out to Zydrunas Ilgauskas, but you know what I'm saying.
Somebody put out a tweet.
You need a role player to pop off like a
you need somebody to go perform above their expectations, right?
The Leon Powell game.
It was literally Shea. The amount of teammates Shea's had scored 20 points in the series. 1. J-Dub, I think it was when he had that 30-point game.
Yeah.
Jokic, 9. 9 different teammates in this series have scored 20 points, and there have been games where like Aaron Gordon, AG, and Jokic are all well over 20 points, right? They've been putting up numbers, and that's what it is. It's experience coming out to play. I honestly think in games 4 and 5, both of those games, the Nuggets went into the fourth quarter with a decent lead, looking really good and in control, especially game 4 in Denver. They let both of those slip away, and this series easily could have been done. Now they're sitting in a position where they got to go back to OKC for a game 7, play on their home court, a place they haven't played well. And I really think that it's not going to be a guy like Strother. You're going to need that game from AG. You're going to need that game from Jokic in this game 7 type scenario. And this is what we've seen, right? Like, we've seen guys to come on. We saw Steph and Tatum put up 50-50 in 2 game 7s back-to-back in the same season. Now we're getting a game 7 here with Jokic and SGA. Best tweet I saw was, hang the MVP trophy from half court and let them battle it out in game 7. And that's the kind of energy that I want to see in this game.
I've been saying it since last show, and Stux told me that he hated my take on that. It's a fun, joking take, but like at this point, it's oh man.
I know you're joking though, but some of these guys aren't joking at all. That are putting
money
this
in
on
the bank.
timeline.
You see, like, somebody come out of the back after they're beating the hell out of each other. John Morant out of the back room with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Fuck it, let's let Tatum play in a wheelchair. If we're just making shit up, put him back in, coach.
What if he pulls a Kevin Nash and just takes off the blanket and gets up?
That's your just fantasy land.
I was just thinking that's your dream.
That's your dream. So wake up, brother.
Me and V took that in a weird direction. Sorry.
Wrestling, man. It's always on my head a little bit.
I don't hate the idea, man. Gladiator style stuff. I will say though that, like, regardless of what ends up happening, do you guys think that they're going to announce the MVP before the game on Sunday?
Oh,
imagine if
they've
announced
it by now, haven't they?
I think it's going to be a conference finals thing. I think they're waiting for the conference finals. I think that happened last year too, if I'm correct or not.
Well,
they need to just do what the NHL does and have a full-on ceremony in Vegas. That would be lit.
And just finish it off instead of this trickle-down effect. I mean, it was an incredible game. we got all types of crazy performances. The Nuggets got the job done, forced to Game 7, and we're going to have a spectacular Game 7 to talk about on Sunday. So we'll cover that on Sunday on Saucy Sundays. Be sure to tune in for what we're going to talk about for Game 7. There's lots of angles that we can discuss, and we'll talk about all those on Sunday. And Z, did you have any thoughts on this series or this game before we jump into the dub?
No, to be honest, I really don't. I'm not unfortunately. I just don't want to pay for that shit. I don't have cable, so I have not watched one game of any series in the NBA. I really tonight will probably go to one of those lovely websites so I can watch the Knicks Celtics game for a little bit. But
tonight,
nah, man. I do think it would be interesting if Sunday they drop the MVP since the two top guys are playing in that game there. But I think they probably wait till next round. To V's point.
We've seen that happen before, though, right, Suk? Like, wasn't it with who was it?
I feel like in round 1 they always give it out.
No, but I mean, like a situation where you have the two top candidates going head to head. The MVP is announced, and then they play each other literally like hours later. This has happened before. I just can't remember. I saw somebody reference it on Twitter.
Nick Wright posted it. Let me find the tweet.
No wonder I forgot who it was.
The one NBA should 100% announce the MVP Sunday morning and give it to SGA on the court before the game, just to see if we get the Jokic version of the Hakeem Admiral game, or if SGA can hold him off.
Announce that bitch at half. Now that's a fucking idea.
Ma wants WWE in the NBA. That's what he wants.
Also, how have we never realized that Nick Wright kind of looks like SPJ's like Funhouse Mirror version? Like, obviously Nick Wright's the ugly one, but
yeah. Like,
I can't decide how I feel about that.
He just called this guy a fun.
He said Funhouse version. You know?
That's Can he be the like Wawa version of me instead?
Yeah.
Can I be the better version?
The Bizarro.
Hey.
Enzi, you want to tell Owen what you said?
Yeah, I thought you were Post Malone, bro. Good shit.
Yeah, Enzi had never heard your song before. We started off the show with "Say La Vie," and he was like, in our chat, he was like, "Is this Post Malone? I like this." So shout out you, dog. Good stuff. All right, that's the thing. I'll save this till the end, and then we'll move on and talk about the dub. But I was in the shower and I was thinking, just by like you said, Sook, about how poor Jalen Williams was bad last game, but he's been pretty bad this entire series. He had that one huge game, but every other game he's been pretty average, if not bad. I think this is a defining moment for this Thunder team. I think that this is a huge turn or a huge fork in the road for the direction of their franchise. Now, I don't think that either road could be bad, but if they win this game and get the monkey off their back of the Jokic, they get the Jokic out of the way, and then they can then truly compete to go beat Ant-Man and win a championship, that elevates your franchise to another level, right? If you lose to Jokic in this game, then it's just another season where you were the top seed in the West and you didn't get out of the second round. What's the difference? I think they have to take this next step. Otherwise, the questions are going to start to creep in, like we had the conversation about the Cavaliers. We had these conversations about these other teams that just don't get over the hump. And yeah, you've had an incredible regular season. Yeah, you've got probably the MVP. Yeah, you have all these young pieces. Yeah, you have all these draft picks. Do you have any championships? Do you have anything to show for it? No. And that's going to start to create. I'm not saying that this is a legitimate argument. I'm just saying that this is going to be the narrative if they lose on Sunday. And I think that's fair.
68 wins and a second round exit is a tough pill to swallow and a tough thing for the history books to look back upon. I'm just saying.
Okay. No, you're right. You're a Celtics fan. We lost how many times in the playoffs when we were the favorite? And then we finally won the championship. I know we're not a 68 win team, but that's just a number. Like
you said they were a historical team.
They are a historical team, but exactly. I disagree that this will change the narrative on them. I think the only person that's in danger of their narrative being changed is Jalen Williams.
I mean, Shea hasn't looked like MVP Shea either. He really hasn't. Like the 34 points per game, the efficiency that he put up, he
was 11 of 16 yesterday.
Yeah, I know, but what was his final? What was the stat line? And does he look like he's having the same effect in games? He hasn't. He's also had the 20-point game, the 18-point game.
All right, RV. This is the same energy everyone brings for Tatum. Never be confused.
Yeah, it is. But Tatum has almost 100 more wins than this guy. He has playoff success, multiple conference finals, right? I need to see more from SGA and this Thunder team. 68 wins in the second round exit isn't enough.
See, Ghost gets it. He understands. Look, like I prefaced this, I don't necessarily agree with that narrative, but I do think it's a fork in the road. I do think
it's a huge game.
Yeah, for the direction.
Sorry, I was just gonna say that it's like it does change a little bit because the picks that they were supposed to have this year that were gonna be very good picks ended up not being very good picks. So they kind of can kick the can down the road because they're not forced to make these hard choices because they have a top 5 pick this year. No, they've fallen down to 14th. So I think they really don't need to make any harsh decisions at all.
I also don't think they need to make any harsh decisions. That's not what I was saying. I was just talking shit on OKC. The team should stay intact.
I don't think they're going to make any drastic changes. I'm just going to say that it's going to matter.
This is number 1 year for Jalen Williams as a second option. You can't just sell the bag on him after 1 season. We've seen CJ McCollum sell the bag for 4 seasons straight in Portland, right? Come on. Jalen Williams
is fantastic. Did last time. They broke up their core that made it to the finals.
Yeah, you can't make that same mistake.
They imploded the franchise. They haven't been good since.
Yep.
This team, that's why I think this is huge because this is only the second chance that they've ever had in the franchise history to even get this far or to even be this good to get this far, other since having, Harden, Westbrook, and Durant. So, I mean, I think this shows a lot if they can pull this off. And like you guys keep saying, they're a young team too, so they could have the youngest bright future.
3 weeks from now, they could be in the finals. You know what I mean? Like
they have one player over 30, and they have about 8 guys on rookie scale deals.
Alex Caruso is your vet.
Yeah,
I was not. Shut up. Hey, shout out Alex Caruso.
He covered
getting over your PRA. You
that huge 3 last night.
I was wanting to look at Mr. Clean's old head and give it a little rub. A little beauty. No, I wasn't saying it to kind of say that I think this team's in trouble. Like this is one of the best, deepest teams. They have picks. They got money. They're fine from a franchise perspective. I'm talking about taking the next step. And I think that we've talked about this team on such a high elite level all year long because of how great they've been. But if you don't get out of the second round, what's the difference between you and the Lakers? What's the difference between you and the Cavs?
You're way younger.
The Cavs. We haven't even talked about the Cavs, boys, because obviously.
Well, we did, but you weren't here.
I know, but like the Cavs collapse was like insane.
I don't think
we both like the Pacers took for 5 games. 5 games.
Or the Pacers that good.
Yeah, it's tough.
The Pacers are that good, NZ. They have been.
That's what I mean. This is the second year they did this. When I saw it, I ran I kicked the memory. I was like, oh shit, this happened last year.
DG might have to be the one to go. We're talking about J-Dub, but it might be DG the one that it's time to give up on.
We agree with you.
We do agree with that.
Yeah. Anyways, but
did you watch the show, or is that from your own opinion?
I was in the middle of the thing on Wednesday, so I missed the entire show.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
So that's
we did think he was the odd man out.
Mm-hmm. I think you got to make a move now at some point with that team, but we don't have to get into the Cavs. We got all off season to talk about them.
Look at this goat that I haven't seen in. I couldn't even tell you. What's up, Carly?
What's up?
Yeah. Get out of here.
Wiped off the map tonight.
Says a diehard Giants fan right here.
Yeah, Isn't she a Knicks fan too, or no?
I don't know. I'm just fucking around, honestly. I would imagine so. All
right. Well, that's what happened yesterday. It was a crazy game in the Mile High City. We've obviously had a lot of narratives that have been happening leading up to the playoffs. Good to get these thoughts as well of the collapse of the Cavs. One more thing. I thought it was awesome. I saw a graphic that this season we're going to see Ant-Man, Halliburton, SGA, or Russ, or Jalen Brunson, or I guess a Celtic of your choice that hasn't won a championship, win their first championship. So you're going to get a player from all of these teams that are left win a championship that has not won one, because the LeBrons, the Stephs, the KDs of the world are not in the playoffs anymore.
Since you brought it up, can we stop pretending like Steph got his chain snatched? Steph was 1-0 in that series, and everybody's talking like adding him to Ant-Man's list. Like, oh yeah, Steph crossed out. What are we doing here, man? Come on.
He didn't even play.
He played one game. He won that game, and he had 13 points in 13 minutes. And they they didn't even give up a lead after that.
Shout out Chris, man, joining. Also, big shout out to Chris because he told us from day one it was always the Wolves. Mm-hmm. So it's always nice to have your team win, first of all, but it's always really nice when you back them and they get the job done too.
And Chris knows horses and hoops. Don't get it twisted.
That team has gone 8-2 through the playoffs so far, boys. He's just been laughing.
Laughing.
At no point has he slept.
Laughing all the way to the bank, the Julius Randle flavored bank. That guy's
That's
been
another
incredible.
guy.
Mhm.
He's been
A
amazing.
Wolves Knicks finals would be interesting.
On
Yeah.
that note, I saw a tweet from I sent this to you guys this morning. This would be the first time in NBA history that a team changed superstars in the offseason and they would both face off if that happened. So with Kat in New York and Julius Randle in
Don't forget Dante.
Minnesota, and Dante DiVincenzo. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So cool. All right, we'll take a pause because we're going to talk about the Garden in a few minutes. But as I said, it is the first day of the WNBA season, so we've got to get you guys ready to rock and roll for Vsauce, man.
Do
Welcome
we
back.
know who this is?
I
No,
don't know,
he's just
but
a-
they got some
He's a friend of
glorious
the program,
glorious
baby.
content.
It's just
Friend of
so
the program. We love you, Ghost.
random. Oh my god.
Good stuff. All right, chat. Let's talk some lady balling.
You see, I'm getting close, I accelerate, going faster than fast, hit the gas, lose control, I won't crash, running high, put your money on the dash, through the dice, lose control, I won't crash, running low, I won't crash, when you slow, I won't crash, running, take, you running on the road, so get out the way, push the pedal to the floor, going all the way, yeah, you see I'm getting close, I accelerate, going faster than fast, hit the gas.
All right. Hits every time, baby. Welcome back to the W. Excited to have. That's one of my favorite song intros that we have. It sucks. It sits on the
Shit's
shelf for
fire.
so long. It is. Welcome back to the W. Inzi is excited for you guys. Inzi's going to be, Sook is also going to be scribbling about the WNBA all summer long. So go check it out at bettingnews.com. We've got the first game on the docket today. We're going to talk about the 3 games. Not going to spend a lot of time going deep dive into these games because first game of the season, but Inzi's got picks in every game. I've got a couple things. I know Sook does as well. We'll talk about each game tonight, and then we'll finish off the show talking about the Knicks and the Celtics. All right, Inzi, take it away. What do you like in this first one? I know you wrote about this game. This is the first one. Madam Beckers making her debut for the Dallas Wings. Minnesota Lynx, Nafisha Collier and company taking them on in Big D tonight. Dallas is now plus 3.5. They were 7.
Funny. I was just looking at it right now, and I went, the line moved again. There is a reason, though. There is a reason. Kayla McBride is going to be out for this game, so she's a huge piece of that Lynx offense. But don't get it twisted. the Lynx are here to play, man. This just makes it more playable. If it's 3.5, take the Lynx, man. That was my play at 5.5. I think they are going to have fun with the Wings tonight. The Wings have a lot of new players. The Lynx are returning pretty much the exact same team that went to the finals last year and put up a really good fight against the Liberty. Nafisha Collier, watch out, man. Put her on your radar. Put in your MVP tickets now. I really think that she's going to get the MVP this year. She's like 3-1 right now. She opened up at like 6 or 7-1. She's my play for this game as well. So her point line is 22.5, minus 122. Love that. 25 points is plus 142. Honestly, take them both. I laddered her to 30 for plus 440. So without McBride, she's got to shoot a little bit more. She's going to be down in the paint like she always is. She's going to be scoring the fucking bucket like nonstop. So I love her to get her points tonight. And yeah, man, the other play in this game that I do like, but I'm a little iffy on because it's her first game ever, is Paige for assists. So over 4.5 assists, minus 118. She had 6 in the last game of the preseason, but they also like mollywopped some random, I don't even know, it was a different country, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how these games were set up or whatever, but they beat them by like 50 points or something crazy like that. So, but they lost their game previous. So there was a coming down to earth moment, I think, there. Nafisha Collier for over 22.5 points. She's on the Lynx.
And the annual GM survey actually had her voted to be better, the best player, better than Aja Wilson. Insane to see that.
I think her bag is deeper, in my opinion, if you watch her play.
Yeah. She's just an all-around player, man. I mean, that's the thing. She's an all-around defense, offense. She gets the job done. She's led that team now for a few years. She's hungry for a championship too. You know, she came out of UConn with Brianna Stewart, so she knows how to win. So I think it's just a matter of time. It's interesting that, to me at least, that they didn't pick anybody up. There's a lot of moves this offseason. A lot of big players moved.
A lot.
So it should be interesting to see how they fare. They were the top team in the West last year, the number 2 seed overall. Should be interesting to see if, I think there's a trade deadline, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure, but if they see to make a move at some point this year, or if they even need to. So should be fun to watch them. But give me the Lynx. -5.5 is what I got.
The next I'm seeing 3.5. The next 2 games are teams that feature massive moves, which we'll talk about in just a second. Just to throw, I have a bet in this game as well, and I did take Beckers. I like the assists, like you mentioned, NZ, but I'm going to go with the rebounds and the assists. I got 8.5 here at -105. I think this girl is going to end up. This line might look like an absolute joke by the time we get about a month into the season. This girl definitely looks like, if she comes out and plays like she could flirt with triple doubles pretty consistently with how good of a rebounding guard that she is. She's obviously going to have she's going to have the ball in her hands a lot. You've got Arike Agumbawale on this team too, who's also a very ball dominant guard, who's also very good. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two kind of tango together. From what I've read and what I've heard and seen so far, it's preseason and stuff. But like NZ was saying, they've been destroying teams, but both of these ladies have been hooping together. And that's going to be a really good thing for this team moving forward if both their kind of quote unquote superstars can gel from the jump. So I really like Beckers. I think this line's a little too low. I think it's going to eventually turn into a 9.5, 10.5, 11.5, maybe even 12.5. I think she could flirt with some TDs this season, maybe even get some. So I love the 8.5. You can take her PRA if you want to. She's obviously a bucket getter as well, if you think that she's going to be able to score the basketball in her opening game. But this girl has the potential to take over the league like we saw from Caitlin Clark last year. I don't know if she's doing it the way that Caitlin did. We'll see. But she is the same type of talent. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who this is, even if you don't follow the Dub, just from her incredible run in college. But girl's a hooper. And I think we're going to find out tonight that she's going to start day one, hit the ground running. One more thing. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying Dallas made some moves this year too. I mean, they let Satayo Sabali go and they let Natasha Howard go, but they brought in Dejanay Carrington and they also brought in Alyssa Smith. So they filled the voids nicely. I think Carrington is really going to add something to this team. She's coming from that Suns team. She played with Bonner and she also played with Alyssa Thomas. I think that it's going to take them, I think, a few games to really get settled, and playing against, the second best team in the league last year to start off probably isn't the best opponent for them, but that's okay.
Dejanay Carrington was an incredible pickup. I looked at her lines too. She was awesome to bet in the playoffs last year, and she's going to be good for this team. One more to mention: Tierra McCowan's a tough girl to bet because she can be very inconsistent, but homegirl can rebound the basketball. I can't find her lines anywhere except on DFS books. Not even on BetOnline. But I love her double-double for +300 if you want to sprinkle on that, just to take that as a straight bet. She had double-doubles in back-to-back games versus the Lynx when they played last season. If she plays 25-plus minutes, which is always a tough thing with her because she's just can be inconsistent, she should get a double-double. So just some great value out there for that. The first game of the season, as NZ was saying, so it's hard to kind of, know what we're going to get in these ladies. But
quick question for you before you talk about more plays, just because you guys are talking about Paige Beckers and her coming into this season as a rookie and everything like that. One thing I noticed in the NBA this year, at least with I think Sook said, is that there's so much more talent. Like the rookies are coming in just way more talented for the most part because of just the skill level. Would you guys say that that's something that is happening here in the WNBA, especially with the way players will play 3-4 years in college, like Paige Beckers did?
SPJ and NZ can probably talk to this better than I can, but when you turn on the TV and you watch Paige and you watch Caitlin, they look like they're playing against people they shouldn't be playing against.
Exactly.
They look like they're in the wrong division. It's insane what's happening with the WNBA. And SPJ actually just tweeted this, but they're going to have a whole lot of salary cap implications come 26 when NZ said Toronto's team comes into the fold. So it's insane to see the WNBA. The landscape is shifting. It's seismic.
Oh,
yeah, right. Like a lot of talent coming in real fast, and I feel like look at the yes, Caitlin Clark, fantastic, but look at the immediate impact she had on her team. Everybody else on that team was then in a bettable range, and you were having fun looking up who was it? I can't remember their names right now, but they were fantastic to bet on and a lot of fun to watch. So, like, what do you guys think about this coming class and just that kind of aspect of the WNBA, NZ?
Oh, it's going to be crazy. I know that Sook pointed her out right off the bat, but Dominique Malanga, who got drafted by Seattle. They called the female Wemby. I mean, she's got the wingspan, she's got the height, she can dunk. She's like 19, I think, or 18 years old. She's extremely young. So girls like her, and I just want to make sure I get her name correct. Anisha Morrow. Anisha Morrow is coming out of LSU. She's the only player that averaged over 20 points a game, and she went 7th. She was averaging over 20 and about 12 boards a game for LSU. She got drafted by the Sun, who are in a complete rebuild right now. Bonner went to the Fever. Natasha Howard went to the Fever because, like you said, what Caitlin Clark did, they looked at that and said, if we're going to have her, we're going to build on top of her. And they went out and got superstars. I feel the same thing kind of happened with the Wings when they made their trades. They made sure that they purposely filled those voids in the proper way so that they can build around Paige. Probably going to take another year, but I hopefully could be wrong. And we watch this Wings team that was really good just 2 or 3 years ago come back after a horrible year last year. They were terrible.
We're about to see the ascension, like we saw what Michael Jordan brought to the NBA, like we saw what LeBron brought to the NBA. We're about to see the WNBA take that type of seismic leap in viewership, in talent, in growth in the next 18 months to 2 years. This season, you're going to see it continue. End of last year, what Caitlin brought, and obviously it's kind of putting a lot of these other ladies that are incredibly talented on the national stage helped, and that's going to continue to happen this year. So from a talent perspective, you're 100% right. These ladies, the level is rising, and it's only going to get higher and higher now. So it's going to be
I forget about her.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, that's a perfect point. Angel Reese, I know we like to bag on her and hate on her, but I've been watching a little bit of tape since before the season started. Low key, she's getting better as a passer, and it's the athleticism. What's going to happen with the WNBA is now Paige and Caitlin have come in and shown what ball skill is. We are also going to see a leap with Zhang Ziyu, who's 7 feet tall and a girl, V. She's going to fucking dominate the WNBA. The French girl that we've been talking about. And there's a few other down. Like Juju, oh my goodness. She is so good too.
Yeah, she's going to be fun.
She could be the best of all of them. And we haven't even gotten
she hasn't even got drafted yet.
Oh, no, well, she got hurt at the end of her season for USC, but she looks like an absolute bona fide superstar too. Anyway, exciting that the Dub's back. Exciting that we're going to get to talk Lady Ballers for the rest of the season. Let's jump into the other 2 games because then we got to get to the NBA to talk about as well. Inzi, I'll let you kind of lead us off here. I didn't have major thoughts on this middle game. The Dream taking on the Mystics, 2 teams that are kind of near the bottom of the barrel so far, but obviously the Dream are looking to maybe make some noise this season by bringing in Brittany Griner. What's your thoughts on this game?
I definitely like the Dream. 7.5 is a lot of points. They did play in the preseason. I'll be honest, I don't remember what the final score was. But one play I do like in this game is Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard was the number 1 overall pick a few years ago. She's pretty much the leader of this team. And when they played last game, she shot 12 threes. She hit 4. We're going to take the 4+ threes for plus 116. Right now, we're going to get a lot of value on these lines because it's going to take the books a little bit to kind of price them properly is what I'm trying to say. And I was talking to Chef earlier today, and shout out Chef. Brittany Griner for a double-double earlier today was plus 500. It's plus 340 right now. Okay. She is going to come in and be a wrecking ball, in my opinion. And I really think that's something to put a little something on, put a little quarter unit sprinkler on that or something for tonight, because once she gets comfortable, she's going to be really good. Holy shit. I'm just realizing now, and I didn't realize, I don't know if you guys saw this. I didn't realize Brianna Jones also left the Sun, and she's on the Dream. I did not know that until right now. That's huge. Yeah. And I love this team. They did look like shit, though, in their last game. Alyssa Gray couldn't shoot to save her life, and neither could Ryan Howard. So they are still very spotty when it comes to it. I think they win this game. There's no value on minus 300 money line. But that's my thoughts on this game.
I like the Griner look. I looked at her PR as a possibility. Just, new team. She's definitely still wants to maintain her status as a quote-unquote superstar in the WNBA. So I think she's going to come out and be aggressive. So, yeah, that's kind of – so did you have any thoughts on this game before we keep it moving?
No, my play is the next one.
Okay. I think the Mystics still got some more building to do. Not a whole bunch to mention on the Mystics this season or so far. We'll see how the first little bit of the season goes. But this game, the last one, obviously lots of narratives for this team, and both of these teams brand new, the Golden State Valkyries franchise that has been brought into the WNBA as it expands, taking on the Los Angeles Sparks. And the Sparks might as well be a brand new franchise, even though they're not one of the OG franchises. Brought a lot of new pieces in. Cameron Brink is obviously still coming back from her knee injury, but Kelsey Plum is now with this team. Rickea Jackson's on this team. Lots of great pieces. Yes?
I was just hyping you up. I was going to talk about Rickea, so I was just.
Oh, okay.
Go Daniel, go Daniel, go. Go Daniel,
Yeah.
go Daniel, go.
Well, go ahead, talk about it. 5.5-point favorites are the Sparks in Golden State. The Valkyries looking to take over where the Warriors left off.
I'm keeping it simple here, boys. I like to bet on her in the second half of the season. She came on strong. She was the 4th overall pick in 2024. Rickea Jackson, she's got height, she's got athleticism. She only played in one preseason game where she scored 13 points. So I'm taking Rickea for over 14.5 points in this contest because I was checking this game out and I'm seeing a high assist lines for Kelsey Plum, who's the great new addition, and also high lines for the other guard. So I'm just going with Rickea. She's a great scorer. I think that maybe if you can get her threes at a good value, you could go there. But I'm keeping it simple as the season opens up. I think Rickea Jackson is a fantastic player. And SPJ said, we got Cameron Brink, who is an elite talent in her own right, coming back in June off that knee surgery. And she's definitely going to be considered the highly touted prospect for the Sparks. So I think Rickea is going to try to put her name down and remind the front office and the coaching staff that I'm still here. I'm still a good scorer in the W. So give me Rickea over 14.5 points to open up the season. I'm excited.
We've also got Erica Hamby, which we didn't even mention.
Hamby.
She's also spectacular. I'm on her too, Sook. I'll just mention this as well. I like her PR, though. I got 18.5 for Rickea. Really good rebounder of the basketball for like a kind of a small forward guard player. I like the rebounding ability as well. I think she can grab 5 or 6 boards. She finished off the season really strong on the glass, but I like the scoring too. So I'm with you. I like the 14.5 points. You can go with PR if you want for Rickea. I think she starts the season strong. NZ, what do you like in this one?
I like the Sparks in this game. Like you guys are saying, they have a whole new team here. I definitely like them. The play that I like is Azura Stevens for over 7.5 rebounds, -102. 10 days ago, they played Golden State. She put up 9 points and 11 boards. So for -102 at 8, I'm taking that all day. You got Hamby in there. It's all going to come down to how much minutes these guys share. It looks like they're sharing a decent amount. For +360, kind of like the sprinkle on the double-double. She was 1 point off the double-double last game. She's going to be down there. And it's interesting to me what role is Brink going to play? Is she going to play down low? Is she going to be a shooter? Is she going to be passing? And with Plum, I don't know. I think Plum is going to shoot a little bit more than people think with the passing, in my opinion, but only because she has some veteran leadership amongst the rest of the people in that team, and she has that championship breed that she brings with her. So it should be interesting to see how she fits in. But yeah, give me Azura Stevens to grab some boards tonight.
What's weird, NZ, is I like that Azura play too, because she's also someone that's kind of benefiting from Brink being gone, and she has to prove that, I'm a good rebounder as well, and kind of carve out her space. So I looked at this one as well. I really like this. Great size, 6'6", ginormous woman.
Yeah. No, she definitely can. She can toss herself around.
I just to throw in Plum, and then we'll cook a parlay, boys, and then we'll start talking about the NBA. I was looking at Plum's threes. I think she's gonna. I mean, last season would just have. There were lots of games where she didn't see a shot she didn't like, and now she's coming into a new team. She had, like you said, she has that championship pedigree. De'Erica Hamby's getting an opportunity now. De'Erica Hamby's getting an opportunity now to play with her best supporting cast ever as a member of this Sparks team, which is great for her. We didn't even talk about her, but she's a fantastic player in her own right too. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens in LA. LA could be sexy this season, depending on if Brink comes back and looks healthy. They got a lot of good pieces to fit in as well.
Why did Plum get traded? Sorry, just pleading ignorance here. Like, to see a star move like that, and you could probably answer this one the best.
I don't know, to be honest with you. It was a 3-team trade where Joelle Lloyd ended up in Las Vegas. I think she wanted out of Seattle. That I know for a fact. And I think what may have happened is they kind of approached them about sending her to Vegas, and maybe Vegas really wanted to bite on her, and Plum was what they had to give up. And they chose to keep Jackie Young over Plum.
Okay.
My thoughts, at least.
Yeah, I'm not sure about if there were money implications or whatever it may be around that. I would assume that they're going to have to. Although it's like you mentioned, it's all going to change in 2026. They've got all new CBA. They're going to be all the money's going to get flown around differently in that league after that. But all right, boys, let's do something fun. I don't know what we want to do here. Should we do just like a little three-legger to sweat out for the WNBA before we jump in and talk about this Knicks Celtics game?
Sure.
Can we throw Paige in this 3-teamer?
Of course.
Sure. Everybody liked her.
Do we want to do the assists or the RA?
I really like the assists.
Okay.
It feels low.
4.5 feels like a nice number.
4.5. Somebody's getting text messages.
Not this guy. Not this guy. I know I'm always the culprit. It ain't me.
Was it you this time, Sook?
Sook?
No, it wasn't me. Nobody loves me.
Popping off for one time?
Ghost.
I'm usually the one.
Bro, we have a chat. We have a ghost in our digital department. We don't know what's going on with it, but
there's a ghost in the studio.
Thought it was me.
All right, so Paige over 4.5 plus money now. It's wild.
I was just thinking the same thing actually.
That's interesting. Okay, so let's take Paige for 4.5 assists. It's fine. She's gonna have 7. Okay. Inzi, are you down to ride with Rukia? Sook and I both like Rukia.
Yeah. Is that her point line? 14.5?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or the PR at 18.5. Just take the points.
I'll be honest, I didn't look into her as much, so I'm gonna let you guys decide whether points or PR.
We can do the PR. Good athlete. I could see the rebounding being 4 or 5 easy.
Okay. Let's go PR then. Oh, it's 19.5 now.
Is the point still 14?
Yeah. It's a little juiced, but let's go points. She ain't getting 19.5 PR if she ain't scoring 15 points.
No.
So let's take that.
Points are 15.5. Should kill the
you can take the 15 plus. And then do we want to do something in that middle game? Maybe Griner or
I think we got to put Collier's points in here.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm down for that.
I think we should put her points in here.
Very down. You like it a lot too. Or we could just let's take Collier points. You like it the most. It's 22.5. You down?
Yep, that's the line I got. Yep.
Okay, chat. 3 legs. Paige Beckers, 5 assists. Nafisha Collier, 23 points. And Rukia Jackson, 15 points. Plus 480. Nice and easy. Nice little W3. Get the vibes moving. Start off the season. It's early days. Don't go nuking anything. But just chill with it. Plus 480. Paige Beckers, 5 assists. Nafisha Collier, over 22. Over 22.5 points. Rukia Jackson, 15 plus points. Plus 480. And we will get that scrolling I'll do that in just a second. We'll get it scrolling at the bottom of the screen for you beautiful people out there tuning in.
It's scrolling.
Look at you. I can cheer you on from up here now. Go Sook. Go Sook. Go Sook. All right, there we go.
Okay,
fun times. Good stuff.
Ooh,
all right.
You want to answer this question?
Dream and Moneyline parlay or Dream and Sparks Moneyline parlay?
Definitely don't hate the Moneyline parlay at all. What are you getting value wise? I mean, if you're feeling frisky, man, I honestly would just do all 3.
all 3 faves.
I mean, I hate to say it like that, but I mean, if you're looking at just the wins, not having to worry about the spreads or anything like that,
I mean,
the only one that I'm like is Golden State because I don't know them as well. But Minnesota should win that game. Atlanta should win that game, and honestly, LA should win the game as well. All 3 road teams too.
Plus 175.
Ugh, sorry. It's just I don't know. For me at least, that's a lot we need to have in there.
Inzi is a friend of the program and likes us here and is fitting in just nicely because plus 175 for a 3-legger. That's gross. If it ain't plus 1,000, we don't want it.
Just seems weird.
Yeah.
I know. All right. Great chat on the dub. We'll talk about the WNBA tomorrow. Some more on Betspresso in the AM. Big games tomorrow. Caitlin Clark taking on Angel Reese and the Sky taking on the Fever. We've got the champions taking on Asia Wilson and the Aces, and the Liberty taking on the Aces tomorrow. It's going to be fun in the dub. The dub's here. Kick back. Get involved with the chat. It's really fun to bet. Great lines on the props department. There's more and more that you can do. The lines are really soft for some of these ladies, especially on the props department, because like Inzi was saying, they don't really know how to set them yet. There's not a whole bunch of investment in those lines right now. So jump in while you can, have some fun. and find your niche and join the WNBA. All right. Now, once you've
Okay.
let's go, Joe.
Okay.
Bing bong. Have
Go,
fun
man.
with it. Have fun with it. All right. Now, what you've all been waiting for, chat. Back to the NBA we go. Game 6 in the Garden. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen, BJ. Scrolling at the bottom for you. Lock it in. Have some fun.
BJ
Boston
Cheek.
Celtics. BJ Cheek. Boston Celtics looking to stay alive yet again in Game 6 in the Garden, in the New York Garden, taking on the New York Knickerbockers. -2.5 are the Knicks. Over-under set at 212 for this game. Celtics got the job done in Game 5 to force Game 6. Jaylen Brown was incredible in that game. So the Knicks didn't quite show up to play as highly as they should have. Inzi, if you guys don't know, is not a huge NBA person, but he's a pretty big Knicks fan. So
Pretty big Vsauce hater.
Troll. I was gonna say he's a troll.
Might
We
be
also got-
might be a bigger Celtics troll than a Knicks fan at this rate.
We did get a sub bang from Mr. Cheeks as well.
let's go,
Shout out
Mr.
to
Cheeks.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
Big Cheek.
Thank you, BJ. Appreciate you, dude. BJ Cheeks. This is just for you. You got us feeling nicey. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the sub. Now these guys hated you for saying that, but thanks for the sub regardless.
Sorry.
All right. So just let's talk about it from the pulled out perspective a bit, and then we'll jump in and we'll talk props, and then we'll cook a SGP for this game. I like the Knicks, I like the Celtics here. I think the Celtics are going to get the job done. I like the +2.5. Didn't bet it, probably not going to bet it, but I think that the Celtics have enough in the tank to force a Game 7. I did kind of say that I thought that the Celtics were going to railroad in Game 5 and then the Knicks would win Game 6, but I don't know. The Knicks didn't quite show me anything in Game 5. They kind of ran out of puff at particular points of that game. And we've seen it when Jalen Brunson is not Superman, the Mikal Bridges and OG Anunobys, if they don't show up, this team kind of just falls flat. And maybe we get that again tonight. Massive tickets. The tickets are expensive in this game. Timmy Chalamet is going to be in the crowd. Spike Lee will be there. It's gonna be
Will Kylie be
a
there?
vibe. Probably. He was in Boston. Did you guys see that he was in? He was
see the
in
tweet?
Boston.
They're like, Timothy's got 2 LA baddies cheering for the Knicks. He really is.
Jesus.
That guy from
No, not Jesus. I'm not good.
Al Rahul or whatever his name is from.
No, I know this. Ah! No, so looking at me is making me nervous. Now I forgot.
Mm.
Mm.
Can you even remember the movie?
Yes, I can. It's from Dune. I remember the movie. It's
Paul Atreides.
no Paul. I know his name, but what is his title? Remember?
Duke.
What do they call him?
The Duke.
No, not Paul Atreides. I'm talking about like Timothy Chalamet's character.
The character in
Isan
Dune.
Al-Gaib. He really
Oh,
is
Isan
Isan Al-Gaib.
Al-Gaib.
That's what it is. He really is Isan Al-Gaib.
Hey, you got there. You got there.
He got there eventually.
When you said Paul Atreides, I was like, nope, that's wrong. I'll get there.
He got there. Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine, Mom Martinez. I'm all good. I'm happy.
I don't let Soon Lee in the stadium. Do not let her.
I actually just DM'd her and I said, "Are you coming to the Knicks game tonight?"
I'm
Subtle
calling
flex
your
from
wife
NC.
right now as we speak. NC's DMing Instagram girls. He's a stop.
Isn't she like an Olympic athlete?
She is an Olympic
I
athlete.
was like, it is
Very much so. An Olympic athlete. Also in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Yeah.
So I know that
Cameron Brink.
as is Cameron Brink, as is
And Haley
not
Van Dyke.
as is Hanley. Yeah, indeed.
Sorry, V. Tatum skipped this one, so you don't need to buy this one.
Stupid Achilles.
You got the calendar though, for sure.
Instagram girl is crazy.
I have to make it sound crazy to his wife, Joe. Come on. I can't just be like he's DMing Olympic athletes. That's something he just does.
He is
Chat-
definitely a gold medal Olympic athlete.
Yeah.
100% that. All right, so I'm going to start with this. I think that Jalen Brunson's going to have a ginormous game tonight. Now, do I think that leads to a Knicks victory? I do not know. Do I think that leads to the Celtics victory? I do not know. But we saw how he fouled out last game. He was playing pretty well before he fouled out. They ended up kind of losing all the momentum if they had any at that particular point, but they were pretty much cooked by the time he fouled out anyway. So I took his points and assists at 37.5. I love this play. I love this line. I think he's going to come out and he's going to cook tonight. Starting early, I think he's going to be aggressive early and often. He's been really good this whole series. He's going to probably want to close this out tonight and not send it any back to Boston and have to play in a game 7. So I love the 37.5 PA. You can just take the points if you want. It's like 2 or 3 points higher than it has been all series. It's at 29.5. His line's been sitting around 27 or 28.5. So it's bumped up a bit for good reason. But I like Brunson a lot here. I think that he's going to get the job done. Again, I don't know if that means victory or not, but I think he's going to do everything he can to make sure that that happens.
Nice. Should I go V or you want to go?
I honestly, I don't have much for like in terms of plays today. I have
Really?
I have my fandom and I have my entire weekend on the line on this game.
At least you're getting some honesty, chat on how he feels right now.
I just want to win. That's all I want. I like JB. I'll talk about Cornette for a minute. I know everyone's going to talk about like everyone wants to take these blocks today after the 7-block game, and you could look at that like it's chalk or. Like, what are the chances it's going to happen again? It's something me and Sook have been asking for, more Cornette minutes. It's honestly something all Celtics fans have been asking for is more Cornette minutes. It's because this guy is an actual rim protector, and it's not because of his freakishly athletic, or it's not because he's like just, going to get to the spot before you. It's because he's smart. He plays smart, and it's why he doesn't jump. He's going to stay flat on his feet, and he's going to stay straight up in the air. That's the things he's going to give you. And when I knew that Al was going to be out, this is something we've bet all season. His over 1.5 blocks, depending on what the line is. Right now, still sitting at 1.5. It was 1. Sook snagged a great line. And I do think that it's something that's on the table again today, because if something worked out well in game 5, you can't now maneuver away from him. It doesn't matter if KP's healthy. It doesn't matter how many minutes he's going to play. He's not playing over 15 minutes. He's just not healthy enough. His body starts to give out, and he's just not the best man for the job at that time. Cornette is a guy that is bringing energy, that is done a lot to bring energy to the team. And I think that's huge. And that's somebody you want out there on the court. Sam Hauser coming back. I think his threes is also a solid play in this one. If you can find a good line, I think he's going to see maybe a little boost in minutes today, just because of the length he brings defensively. And that being his first game back off of the ankle sprain, I can see why maybe they held back a little bit. I do think that this is a spot though, where there's a bunch of props. JB's another one. He came out and he fucking hooped. Right? Game 6, back against the wall. If you look at his record and you look at the amount of wins that he's had in elimination games, he leads the league since 2020. I expect him to have another big game. And on the Knicks side, if I'm going to be honest, the guy who scares me the most is OG Anunoby, man. When he has a big game, they win, right? We can have a big game from Jalen Brunson. We can take the big game from Karl Anthony Towns. But every time OG Anunoby has a big game, we can't do it. But when he shoots 3 of 14 or 3 of 16, that's when we thrive. So when I say I'm afraid of him, I say maybe you want to bet this guy. I'm not going to do it, but I think OG's in a good spot today at home. NZ sent out the DM, so he's
That's a perfect softball to me. I do think that if the Knicks are going to win this game and end this series, they're having a second chance to finish this series. You don't get a lot of second chances in life, but the Knicks are getting one at home today. Karl Anthony Towns, self-proclaimed one of the best big men shooters of all time, says this himself, shooting 15% from 3. Congratulations, Meow. You ain't doing shit. OG and Mikhail, they both also need to get it together. Mr. Jalen Brunson, like SPJ said, he's been playing fantastic, but the other guys for the Knicks need to get it together. That's the only way they're going to win. Honestly, don't tail me. Don't tail me at all. The Knicks are 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 inside of MSG. I'm taking the Celtics spread plus 2.5, but that's because right here, boys, you see this? This is my fucks to give jar. This is my fucks to give jar. It's full of fucks. If you can see that, I'm out of them. I'm fully out of them. My fucks to give jar is empty. So for the first time ever in this NBA season, I'm taking a Celtics spread.
Holy fuck. I'm so bricked. I just pressed the button. I just fat fingered it, 10 fingered it, 4 fingered it. I don't know what you want to call it. Too many units.
Whoa.
Fisted it.
Yeah.
Boys,
Wow.
I'm bricked.
Wow.
Don't clip that till after the result, though. Can't get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
win.
Sure.
Sure.
Wow, suck. Wow.
You
I
do-
peeped your
What do you guys
scribbles
think, though,
anyway,
about 2.5, right? It's a kind of a weird number without Tatum. There are 5-point dogs coming into game 3 and then again game 4 with Tatum.
I like it.
Weird.
It was full of fucks, Rusty. It was full of fucks, I promise.
He's not fucking around, Rusty.
I'll say 2 chalky things, then I want to ask you guys about Cornette real quick. But the first thing is Jaylen Brown. I took his 13.5 rebounds and assists. As V kind of mentioned it, as Sook was saying. If you guys watched last game, he did a little bit of everything. This is now plus money, so I got a bad number if you want to tail. He almost had a triple-double last game. I have no doubt that he's going to hit the glass again. I have no doubt that he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. We just got to hope that these Celtic shooters keep making shots even in the Garden. I think they're going to. So give me the 13.5. You can take the PRA if you want to. He should score, like V was saying, as well. Great history in elimination games, but I kind of want to ride with just the facilitating and the rebounding just in case he kind of takes a back seat to some other scorers. This line makes no sense to me, lads. I got Derek White at over 20.5 points. Hit 7 threes last game, had a 30-piece, was a huge reason why they won Game 5. He was great the game before that as well, before Tatum got hurt. He was good in that game too. Why is this line 20.5? I don't understand it. I don't really care. I took it anyway. I'm not going to overthink it. He could come out and hit 4 or 5 threes in the first half again, and this could look easy. So if the Celtics are going to stay in this game /win, Derek White and JB are going to have to be big, which I kind of think they will be. So I'm going to bet on both of them to do just that.
Nice.
I think the line just kind of reflects the fact that you can't take somebody's line from 16.5 and put it like 24.5 within a 1-game span. You know what I mean? Because that's a place where you could get burned. It's a huge gap. 20.5, I think, is a good line. He's, yes, been fantastic playoff performer, but he's also had a bunch of bad games here and there, especially we saw in like mid-January into February where he just went absolutely ice cold. Again, I pray to God we don't see that version of Derek White tonight. I am on the points as well. But it's just it's all parlays. None of these straight bets. I'm having fun today, chat. Let me have fun. Who knows how many games we got left? That's it. That's all.
If you're backing the Celtics, it's gonna require either Derek White to score north of 20, or maybe Mr. Peyton Pritchard to be scoring 20 points. I think one of those guys needs to score 20 as a baseline for them to compete in this game.
100%, especially in the Garden. Last point, and then we'll cook a parlay, an SGP for this game, and then chat. We'll get out of here and let you guys enjoy the weekend and enjoy these games tonight. Do you guys think the Cornet's going to goodbye? Do you guys think the Cornet's going to start? Do you guys think that Missoula's going to start Cornet and Horford together and run the double big, or do you think that he's going to start? I don't think you can start Porzingis again, right? I really don't think you can after what you said and saw from him last game.
Why is he even playing? I'm so confused. I can't even give an educated answer on that because I don't know if I was a coach, I don't even know why I'm trotting out Porzingis at all.
Me neither. I really don't understand. This feels like a situation where I don't think he's going to start SPJ. I think that he doesn't fuck the rotation. I think KP comes off for the first 3 to 4 minutes because if you're going to get anything out of Porzingis, it's going to be that first 4 to 5 minutes. He's going to get one more shift, maybe in 3 to 4 minutes. That's what you're going to get from this guy. That's all he's really capable of putting out. He was at shoot around again today, all smiles. And that's just kind of what he's looked like pregame before all of these games. Now, I wouldn't put any stake into any of it. I think Cornet's going to be the one to see a significant amount of minutes. But I just think as a continuity thing, as a thing where he wants to see it, like, hey, you know what? If Porzingis doesn't give you anything in the first 3 minutes of the game, you can recover from that. But if he gives you a couple of threes, or he gives you like that game 1 that he had against Dallas in the finals in the first 3 to 4 minutes, that's something that can be backbreaking for the opposing team. And I just think that Joe is a guy where if KP says he's going to play, he's going to use him in some way or another.
We can finish on this and then we'll cook the parlay. I don't understand why Luke Cornet's blocks is 1.5 for plus money. I don't get it. If you watch that last game, this guy's going to probably play 20 to 25 minutes again. When he's played 20 plus minutes, he's had 4 plus blocks in 3 of the last 4 times he's done that, which we could see again tonight, like you guys just talked about. 1.5 feels like a steal for plus money. I mean, the guy could have 4. 3 is plus 300.
You ain't got to convince me, man.
I know. I'm just saying. I looked. It was one of the first because obviously you see a guy have a big game like that, you kind of go, maybe I fade him next game. But the Celtics need his interior defense. They need that. Otherwise, they're so cooked down low. I like it. I'd be down to put the 1.5 blocks in our parlay if you guys want.
Can we SGP it?
Yeah.
Yeah, then so. I'm down.
What do you think as a Knicks fan
about this guy blocking shots, or just
just about the game in general?
And don't do this. Well, don't do this right now.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that shit.
Well, I don't know. I look at it like this: the Knicks got to win. They don't need to go back to TD Garden and have to try and win again there. They, this is a huge game for them. This is a very, very big game for them. They haven't made it this far, or at least looked this good in a long time, at least as long as I can remember. They have a stacked team. Now's the time to do it. The guy, their opponent's down their best player, so this is it, man. I mean, they really got to step up to the plate and take control. I was surprised that they lost last game. I'll be honest. I really thought that the hit of JT was going to take it out. But like I was saying yesterday on Betspresso, it seems with basketball, you got to buy the bad news. And when you buy the bad news, good things seem to happen. So I don't know if this game also is considered buying the bad news now that, we're kind of past Tatum being out. We know he's out, yada, yada, yada. Not 100% sure on that. But I do know that the Knicks need to win this game. At home, I got to say, is their best chance. The place is going to be going absolutely friggin' insane.
Yeah.
The city, Carly made a good point. The city's probably bouncing around tonight. The Mets and Yankees are playing each other as well. So it's a fun night out in New York.
Liberty tomorrow at home too.
Yeah. I mean, it's a busy night out there. So I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I could see them blowing it. I don't know why, but I could see them blowing it. I could. But this is their best chance to make it to the finals in a long time. I mean, they're definitely better than that Pacers team that, sometimes when you hit the spark, it's hard to get past that. So,
I mean, they lost to them last year in the 7-round series.
That's what I'm saying. Meaning Indiana, if they have that spark, it's hard to get past that team that's got the spark. But maybe it's the revenge factor. Who knows? Let's get there first.
Oh, chat.
That's the show of the night.
Anything, yeah. Those hips don't lie, chat. You're going to be watching.
That means Juan Soto is going to hit a home run.
Betting that NZ. But yeah, and the funniest tweet that I saw was there's less violence in New York when the Knicks are good.
Oh, dude,
not if you're wearing green.
They shut the street down. They shut down 34th Street last time. Game, what was that? I guess game 4.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to need to bring in the Coast Guard if the Knicks actually win a game tonight.
Yeah, they are probably already prepared for it. I wouldn't be surprised if they'll probably start shutting the streets down and diverting traffic prior to the game ending, especially if they're winning. I know what I was going to say that I kind of blanked on before is the series has been interesting because it seems that the team leading going into half takes another lead in the third and then completely shits the bed after that. And the Knicks did that last game.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ended up losing by double digits, which I was like, what the hell goes on in this goddamn sport? But that's what happens. I mean, the Celtics blew, not to rub it in, they blew 2 20-point leads in the third quarter, which is like the game is already 75% almost over. So it's like, but that's why this series, you can't count anything out at this rate. It's going to be a fucking dogfight tonight. That's for damn sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Josh Hart looked like a freaking hockey player last game.
He did.
He bled like crazy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
Man, he bled a lot.
I got hit on the exact same spot playing basketball by an elbow, and there's so much the skin. There's so much. It looks worse than it is. I think the cut was like this big.
Right, I was thinking
that
same
area.
Thing.
Yeah, he looked like he'd been. Well,
he looked like he came out of the octagon.
Yeah, that's a better way to say it. Was I was going to say.
My wife walked into the room while I was watching the game, and she was like, "Oh my God, what happened to Josh Hart?" And I was like, "He's a fucking bitch." And then she just looked at me and she was like, "I need you to calm down and just actually tell me what happened because I want to know."
No, he doesn't, Krika. He needs to calm up. All right.
That's crazy.
This is why I don't play back Celtics games.
Oh, well, you did. Well, we are not going to play back the game tonight, chat. I know probably you guys are going to ask, but these guys I don't think could handle that, and I'm going to be watching somewhere else. So, sorry. But next round in the finals, we will be very much so all up in the playback action. Let's cook, boys, before we get out of here because we got to rumble. Inzy, do you need to leave now, or are you down to hang out for another 5?
I can hang out for another 5 minutes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. You guys down to start with Cornette for 2 blocks, or do we want to leave that as a straight bet? Not put
I'm
that
down.
in here.
Let's roll with it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cornette 2 blocks. Are you guys? I really like Brunson's PA. Are you guys down to put that in here?
Yeah, B-Dot, you're right. This will definitely determine when you guys see me next.
Yeah, this will determine when I talk to V again.
Yeah, my phone's about to go if anything bad
mode.
happens with the Celtics.
0 dark 30.
The next hour between tip-off and this show ending will be the longest hour of my life.
Yeah. This is not
Focus,
fun.
boys. 5 more minutes of focus, and then you can go into darkness.
Okay.
You guys down for Brunson, PA?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, wait. Does V know what Sook said yesterday? It was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
He said that if my Knicks
Oh.
ticket cashes to win it all, he will shave his head.
Why? Why?
Why winning it all?
Okay.
Their second
win
best
it
player
all.
is Doritos Zesty. We're fine.
Sorry, for some reason in my head that processed as to beat the Celtics. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
No, they got to win it
Yeah.
all.
No,
They got to
at
win it all.
all.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Sook's
I
not
can't
shaving
wait
his
till
head.
he shaves his head.
No.
Brunson,
Brunson,
you guys,
Cornette.
Brunson, PA, Cornette, 2 blocks. I'm about to put all these boys down below and just cook this with you guys, chat, and then send this away.
What's Hauser threes? Is it 1.5 or 2.5?
We ain't doing that.
He was
We
in a
ain't doing
boot last week.
And he freaking gave us valuable minutes in Game 6.
At
5.
home. At home.
All right, watch. Okay.
All right.
I also like this. We didn't talk about Mitch Robb at all, but he's been a menace on the glass. You can also bet for him to miss all of his free throws for plus money. I don't hate Sam Hauser threes, V. I kind of jumped on you kind of quickly, but look at his face.
I was like, what the hell, man? Sam Hauser's a good shooter.
What you want to
40%.
take his two? You want to take his 2 threes?
I'm down to also take like Pritchard or somebody else, or Derek White over 20.5.
I really like Pritchard points.
Let's take
14 and a
Pritchard.
half. Or you take Derek White points. I think we take one or the other.
I kind of like White a little better, but I'm down to do Pritchard if you guys would rather roll with Pritchard.
Let's take White.
All right,
20.5. And then what other Knicks leg? Do we trust Cat to hit 2 threes for us? Mr. 15%, Big Bert. Or Cat's rebounds. He's also been a menace on the glass.
I'd rather take the points or the boards.
Hart's playing, right? Like
Yeah.
he got stitches and came back and everything. He's all good.
Mm-hmm. His points is also a fun look too. He had 20 plus again last game. V, I thought of you.
What
He
about
was
his
cooking.
PRA?
We could do
I
the
could get down
PRA.
with that.
I mean, he did miss 2 games of the series. He hit oh wow. That's interesting. He hit all 3 games in Boston though, and he did not hit at home.
Yeah.
Don't like that. Rubs me the wrong way a little bit.
I think that this might be
Trying
a
to contribute
random...
here, and it's not working.
No, this is very helpful because I saw the fact that he also. Okay.
What about what?
Mikal
Oh, Mikal.
Bridges. What about What I was going to say about Hart though is that this is a different situation in comparison. Yes, it's back at home, but this is an elimination game. The last game they played at home was not an elimination game. So maybe it's a tiny bit different, like the stakes are higher. So maybe he plays with a little more fire in comparison. Just a thought.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
So we're
Do we
thinking.
have-
Wait, why am I being sent to prison?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. The ghost here has got some words. It's going to have to do in prison. I don't know. I guess I'm going to jail for something.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Ghost is ghosting though. We got to pick another Nick.
What about
Cat
Mikal
Sports?
Three?
Or Mikhal's threes?
No. He forgot how to shoot.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm down to ride Big Purr.
We could do the PR.
We could take the PR. Didn't hit last game, but it hit the 3 games prior.
Mm-hmm.
How do you?
Both,
You got a
both at
pretty
home.
good.
Both at home. The 2 home games.
Yeah, you've got a pretty good read on Big Purr. So, what do you feel about you? You got anything tingling about Big Purr tonight?
I was thinking he was gonna absolute skull fuck us last game, and he failed to even get it up. So I don't know. I do not know.
I don't like any of the Knicks role players in this game. Weirdly enough, I don't know why.
OG, oh my.
I'm not gonna make V bet OG.
She hasn't
After these
responded
tests.
yet, so I don't know.
I would be down, honestly, if it guaranteed a loss, but I'm just kidding. It's going to hit. What about, let's just take Cat's rebounds. He's been rebounding the ball a lot. He's been causing frustration for the Celtics. Did his rebounds not hit last game?
It did not hit last game. He also the thing that one thing that bugs me about Cat, and it's probably bugs about you guys and it bugs everybody that watches him, is that he just will get definitely in foul trouble. He will make the dumbest, stupidest foul, get 3 fouls, and then Mitch Robb has to go in. And Mitch Robb's been playing really well. So
it's tough.
I kind of want to ride with Josh Hart, man. If we're gonna pick a Nick, like You know, the guy
Let's
we
do
know
Hart.
is going to be on
PRA?
the court.
Let's do the PRA then, not just the points.
Just take the PRA.
Mm-hmm.
For Hart?
26.5. Go against the trend that Indy's talking about at home.
And why not Cat PR?
I'm scared of Big Purr.
SBJ is scared of Big Purr.
If you guys want to do Cat instead, I'm down to be outvoted. I'm down.
Let's do Cat.
I think he's got to be
Cat?
the one to step up if they're gonna have like they're not going. You can survive a 20-point Hart game if you want to win this game. It's got to be Cat and Brunson, right? Like it has to be those two,
Bullhog Brunson will have to do his thing.
right?
All right, let's go Cat.
Just swimming on the ground.
Let's go Big Purr.
What's the over under for how many times he hits the floor tonight? Anybody?
It's cashing, whatever it is.
Brunson, yeah. Is it like over 8.5, 9.5?
Probably.
Let's just hope he fucking stays there.
He's honestly at this point, he's just tripping himself on other people's feet. That's what he's doing.
That's what happened on the Alpha foul last game.
Yeah, he literally just trips over their feet on purpose, and then he's gonna sit there and be like, "Oh my god, I hurt my ankle!" Like, dude, stop doing dangerous stuff to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Cornett, 2 blocks. Jalen Brunson over 36.5 PA. Derek White, 20 plus points. And Cat over 31.5 PR plus 895. See, chat, we're doing you a favor that you're not going to play, but we're not going to play back with you guys because this is what you would listen to for 60 minutes. And they would love it. But
60 minutes of basketball, more like 3 hours of your life, though.
facts. Yeah, it's posted right there, TV King Queso. The W3 is posted on the bottom, scrolling at the bottom. This is the Saucy SGP for the game. We will also post this on the timeline at Your Betting News. Yes, sir, Mr. Z.
Question. This Luke Cornett guy, we think he's going to get like 15 blocks again? I mean, his 3 blocks is plus 350.
Somebody in the chat asked, I think it's worth a sprinkle.
It's worth
it. It is, right? Just a little.
Yeah.
All right.
Little dust. I'm going to put a little quarter unit on it, too.
Will this play be posted?
It will be. It's right there, and it will get posted on the timeline. Follow us at Your Betting News if you're not already. We'll be posting it on the timeline in just a few minutes when we get out of here. Good stuff, boys. What a show. I thought we never struggle to fill the time, but we had some fun today. 1 NBA game, 3 WNBA games, and here we are almost talking for an hour and a half with you guys.
Get that W play in because I got it in late and I got plus 420 now. So Rickea Jackson's points has actually gone up by 1.
Yeah, for real. I think she's gonna have a big game, man. All right.
Wait, what are we doing with Towns? It's his PR or PA?
Oh,
PR.
PRA, right? I thought
No, PR.
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 Okay.
PR.
20, 32 and a half?
30. I got 30. All right, let me read it off. Everybody listen. Everybody listen, and everybody press the right buttons with me, okay?
Chaotic day.
Here we go. Luke Cornett for 2 blocks. Jalen Brunson over 36.5 PA. Derek White, 20 plus points. Karl Anthony Towns over 31.5 PR plus 895. There you go.
So you're gonna throw that back up again?
Yeah, are we doing White for the regular line or 20?
I just cut the hook. We can do the 20.5 if you guys want.
No,
Let's just do the 20. That's a good plus 895.
That's the job.
What's throwing me off is I think they're alt lines, correct?
2 of them are alt lines. I didn't want to get hooked, so I just bumped them down 1.
6.5. That's where I kept on throwing my own self off. I was like, wait, what did he say again? I can't compute
36
fast these days.
That's okay. Multitasking's hard. I can barely do it on the channel most of the time. Thank God for suck. All right. There you go, chat. Write it out with us. Let's have some fun tonight. And go out there and enjoy your Friday. Yeah. Lock the fuck in. B.Done knows what's up. Lock the fuck in. Great show, boys. Great show, chat. We appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out with us for the All Sauce team. We're going to have some fun for the WNBA. Nz's going to be with us for the entire season, talking the dub with us. It's going to be awesome. We'll sweat out the rest of the NBA finals and the NBA playoffs, and then we'll have lots of basketball throughout the summer as well. Also, sprinkles from the Big 3. Sook's really excited to talk about the Big 3 this summer. So,
the Big 3 is so fun to bet, chat. The Big 3 finals was like top 3 betting moment of my entire life. That was electric. Corey Brewer? Are you fucking serious? What year is it that guy's still on the court?
Jay Dizzle knows the vibes. You bet on Corey Brewer in the Big 3?
Yeah, his team won. They were fucking fantastic. Dwight Howard is in the big three this year. His team is stacked. Dwight will eat the big three alive. It's all 40-year-old chubby guys. They're skinny fat, and Dwight is still chiseled. So good luck.
Can we talk about that? Dwight Howard joined the NBA on TNT, filling in for Shaq. He was really good, but that guy literally sounds like he has marbles in his mouth when he talks. Like his vocal, dude, get vocal surgery. Your nodes are fucked. He sounds like straight up Doc Rivers, man.
Yeah.
It is. Chat, you probably know what I'm talking about if you've heard Dwight Howard talk recently. He sounds like he needs to clear his throat when he's talking about the basketball. Nuts, dude. It's crazy. Anyway.
TNT has no.
Bye, NZ. We appreciate you, NZ. Go follow NZ on the socials. Get involved with all his WNBA content. We'll catch him tomorrow.
I was muted this whole time. But yeah, I got a dip.
Later, homie.
Love you all. Night. Love you, chat. Peace.
Love you. Later, dude. And then there were three. We can close out the show like the three of us. Just the three of us. Yeah.
That's all in agreement, right? Celtics in 7? No.
The All-Sauce team squad ride of the night is the Celtics plus 2.5.
Oh my God, Jerry Lightus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost Jerry Lightus, are you a male or a female?
I really wonder sometimes.
Is that a tennis player? What is that? What is that thumbnail?
I don't know. It might be a person. I don't know. We just love you tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all of you guys hanging out on the channel. We appreciate you so much. Could not do this without you. We really appreciate you guys watching the content and tuning in and kicking it with us. Rich A, it's still alive. It's on TNT though. All right. Good stuff. Go follow Sook. Go follow Vsauce. Go follow myself at Sweatpan Jesus. Go follow all of us at Your Betting News. You guys know the deal. Go peep the scribs as always. We'll catch you guys in the morning for Betspresso in the AM. Hope to God we have a Celtics win so I can still have my friend Vsauce for a few more days. We shall see. But regardless, we'll be here on live on Sunday with you guys for the Saucy Sundays to talk about Game 7 back in Oklahoma City. It's going to be a fun one. So we'll be back with you guys. And then Sook and myself and Shaggy and Triz will be live with you guys in the morning tomorrow for the Betspresso. Boys, anything else?
That was fantastic, boys. Happy Friday. Let's start out with a bang.
Either way, whatever shakes out in the Garden today, I just hope we get a 2-possession game with 2 minutes left. Basketball gods, give us some fun.
Yeah.
A good game, please, and thank you. A banger would be, or
Celtics by 35. I'm not picky.
I mean, either one is okay with me. I'm just saying, 2 Game 7s on Sunday.
Oh,
chat. Let me leave you with this. Go out there, have a beverage of your choice. If you don't do that, do something fun that you enjoy. Go and watch an incredible game of basketball. And beyond all else, we hope that you smack every single one of your bets tonight. You guys came for the winners and you stayed for the vibes. Have a fantastic Friday night. We'll see you guys in the morning. Take it easy, chat. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Riding in the deep. Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do now? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about